Washington, it's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with what it's like watching the USA from Germany. What shocks me the most. I'm very intrigued. This is Miss Haley Alexis. Her videos are always dope. She's a very entertaining person too, so her videos aren't just informational, but they're also entertaining, and I absolutely love that. But before we jump in, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You know, subscribe to any of it. Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. I'm human. I talk back. You got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. What we got? Haley.
Hi everyone, what is up? My name is Haley. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you did not know, now you do. Hey you guys, what's up? So in today's video, y'all, I'm going to be talking about observing your home country as a foreigner in a foreign country far away. And I feel like this video can resonate with a whole bunch of people, not just Americans, not just Germans, because a lot of y'all have lived in foreign countries and you've been able to observe your home country from a distance. And I feel like this gives you a very nice perspective and outlook on basically your home. And so yeah, with all that being said, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me know down in the comment section if you agree, disagree, and what you also feel. Like I said, it doesn't have to be just Americans, it can be anybody in the world. So let's start off with maybe shock. I've talked about this so many times, how when I'm in the United States, or when I was in the United States, we can even say when I am in the United States, I'm pretty sure when I go back to the United States in October, I'm going to experience this as well. In the beginning, I'm very shocked by the contrasting, drastic difference of how news is portrayed in the United States versus everywhere else in the world. It's so crazy to me. That's the most shocking thing for me to see. But once I've been in the United States for over, I would say 3 to 4 weeks, it doesn't get as shocking to me anymore. I become a little bit more subdued to the news. I'm not as, how do you say, impacted by the news, or I am impacted, but it's not the same impactfulness that I would receive or that I would feel if I was in Germany reading the news. It's more of the divisive American impactfulness. And I'm going to try my best to explain it to you guys. So when I am in Germany and I am getting news about the United States, there are some outlets that are very dramatized. Oh my gosh.
Dramatized? Is it dramatized, right? I don't know how to say it either. Right? Y'all over here, exaggerated. Let's go with that word. We're gonna get exaggerated.
Dramatized. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to say this. There are a lot of outlets here that are very biased. They're very, how do you say, skewed, and they know it. And it's not like they're trying to pass themselves off as a neutral news source. They are usually owning it. Sometimes not, but generally speaking, they usually own it. And so a lot of times when I'm getting information about the United States, it's from a news source that is relatively neutral, and they are just very straightforward, very factual, and they say, this is what's happening. We might agree, we might disagree, you'll never know, or they might sort of lean to one side, but you couldn't really tell by the language that they're using, the sentence structure that they're using, the grammar that they're using, which does have a humongous impact on how something is perceived, believe it or not, in the news. But when I go to the United States, oh my gosh, it's like news outlets, media outlets that are claiming to be neutral, factual, straight to the point are not those things. And the crazy thing is, it's on both sides of the spectrum of where you might be leaning in the United States. And I'm like, how are people supposed to have valuable, viable, how do you say, factual information here, news here? How are they supposed to have like an unbiased opinion if they're only getting opinionated, shocking, controversial, divisive news from every outlet that's around them? No wonder we're like this. The next
Thank you, Haley. Thank you. You can't. It's like you got to pick a side and watch. You only watch news from that side that you agree with, that make all the points. And so you start. You just find yourself repeating basically what they're saying, and that those are your thoughts now. What they say are your thoughts. Same with the other side. It's like you, but there's no unbiased factual side. At the end of the, I've never like watched news like on TV or anything like that. If I see news, it's gonna be because I'm scrolling through TikTok or I'm scrolling on Twitter. It's gonna be from social media, and I don't see a whole lot of news like just because, like she said, it's so biased and one sided. Like I hate it. I can't stand it because it would be cool to have a factual one that just presented the facts in an unbiased way with an unbiased opinion. But those don't exist. Keep it going, Haley. Keep talking to us.
From every outlet that's around them, no wonder we're like this. The next emotion that I feel is going to be sadness. I've talked about this prior or briefly in a previous upload, seeing people struggle and stress about things that are only existent in the United States that could very much so be changed with that easily if we wanted to. Not even if we wanted to, because I feel like generally speaking the majority of Americans, they want change. They want the United States to move in a more progressive manner, a conservative progressive manner, let's say, because I feel like those things can in some way, shape, or form go hand in hand. I know people might disagree with me, but there is a world where that exists, but we're not doing it. And since we're not doing that, we are allowing so many people in our country to suffer. I think it's very hard because the United States is so big. We have 300 plus million people, so I think it's very hard to manage that. Germany has it a little bit easier. It's only 80 million, and so that's a little bit easier to manage. So I understand 300 is hard, but the United States has so many resources. We have so many politicians, and we have so many people available at our disposal to make the country better and the best that it can be. And when I see people stressed and I see people struggling with things that are non-existent outside of the United States, and I have experienced the grace of living somewhere else outside of the United States, so I know that these things are non-existent in other places of the world, I get really sad because I want everyone to have the same quality and standard and comfort that I have. And this can be for
I agree with that. And I feel like, and I'm not saying this about all of America, but there's a large portion of America where it's really like you don't really, I guess, pay attention to someone else's life, to someone else's way of life. You never thinking about putting yourself in their shoes. You never think about what they go through. You're more focused and worried about what you're going through. It's kind of a like looking out for yourself kind of thing, instead of really looking out for community, looking out for others, trying to be helpful and understand, while I do have this and I am good under the laws and everything that we have now, there are people who are suffering under these laws. There are people who have way less than me. There are people who are going through poverty in these situations. So just kind of being like, things need to change. Like, but a lot of people like, well, I'm good right now, so what kind of change do we need? Like I don't want my life interrupted. And I feel like there's a lot of that. And like I said, I'm not saying that about all of America. I believe there's so many incredible people in this country that do want to help, that do want to fight for others, that do want to help those who have less. There's so many of them. But there's a lot of people who really just, it's a look out for yourself kind of situation. And so I think that's unfortunate. So, but I agree with what Haley's saying right now.
To have the same quality and standard and comfort that I have. And this can be for anyone in the world that is struggling and that is stressing out. The thing is, a little bit of struggle and a little bit of stress is okay, but your foundation and core of life cannot be just struggling and just stress. And the thing is, for millions of Americans, that is the foundation of their life. And I don't want to say pity, because pity sounds very superior. It sounds like someone is beneath me and it's like, oh, I feel bad for you. But I do pity the United States sometimes. I pity the bottom half of the United States, because the bottom half in, let's say, Germany, because that's where I'm at, is very different than the bottom half in the United States. Y'all might disagree with me, but there's a humongous difference. The next emotion that I experience from observing the United States from a distance, I feel like this can be cut up into two pieces, and it's going to be scared. It's scurry watching the United States from a distance. And a lot of Americans, they probably do not see this because, like I said, when you're in the United States and you're experiencing the United States in the country, it's very different. But when you're looking as an outsider, you're like, y'all, you need to get it together because let history show that this behavior and this trajectory only leads to turmoil and destruction. The United States is a huge power, and a lot of stuff or things or places that the United States touches would be impacted by the horrible decisions that it is making, or that the politicians are making, or certain minority groups are making. And also, it's very scary how our foreign relations or how our image is being like perceived overseas. Americans like to say, oh, we're the greatest, we're the biggest, we're the baddest, we're all of these things. But when we show insecurity, hostility, we're running around like a cockadoo, an exploded cockadoo with our feathers ruffled, that we have no grip on what is happening to our country. When we are displaying that in the open, just for everyone to see around the world, it makes us look extremely bad. And that is scary because the relationships are slowly getting like frayed. And for some people, you say, oh, well, we don't need anybody else. We do. We're a global nation. We're a global.
Yeah. We do definitely. Nobody can do it alone. No country can survive by itself, not needing anyone. Yes. No, we definitely need global trade and all that. For sure, we need those relationships with foreign countries. We definitely need other countries around the world. I completely agree with that. But yeah, a lot of people run around talking about America is the greatest country, and I think that rubs a lot of people in other countries the wrong way. When people from America say that they are the greatest country and just keep running around and saying it. Don't get me. I do love America. It is my home country, but I know that there's problems that need to be solved, and there's a lot of problems that need to be solved that could help us be great. I don't ever want to say the greatest because I feel like that's saying like other countries are beneath. That's like I guess looking down on them like we're superior. I'll just say that I think there's a lot of things that we can fix to become a great country. But keep it going.
And for some people, you say, oh, well, we don't need anybody else. We do. We're a global nation. We're a global world. We need other places and other nations and countries to function. And it's just really scary right now to see how our country, how the United States is acting right now, how other countries are perceiving it. It's not helping with foreign relationships. And if it is helping with foreign relationships, it's helping with countries that we have no business being in relationships with. At some point, it's entertaining to see the drama from the United States. It's a joke sometimes, and that could be perceived as a good thing and a bad thing. But I don't think Americans understand how much we are the butt of the joke for so many countries. But it's becoming a lot more than just.
No, I feel like I've seen so many videos. I feel like we understand. If we don't have an understanding, then you're not watching videos from other or listening to people's opinions from other countries. A lot of people don't rock with Americans. A lot of people don't rock with America.
The butt of the joke for so many countries. But it's becoming a lot more than just like a very simple label. It's people not taking us seriously. It's people not trusting us. And those are core values that you want people to associate with you as an individual, but also with your nation. And we're slowly erasing that from ourselves as Americans. But other than that, that's what it feels like observing my country. It's a mixture of emotions. It's a roller coaster, you guys. Like I said, good, bad, everything in between. But these are some of the three, I would say, main, not negative, but alarming emotions that I feel when observing the United States from overseas. And so, yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I love y'all. Have a wonderful day. Happy Saturday, as always, and bye.
Definitely respect. Haley, I definitely respect her perspective. Coming as a foreigner, I can't have that same perspective because I've only ever lived in the United States. And so I definitely respect that perspective of looking at it from the outside in. That's all we got for this one. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media and Patreon all up top. You want to talk to, you want to subscribe to any of them, I'll put all the links in the description. All you got to do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy Neal. Out.